Hey, do you want to meet my uncle? He lives in a cookie jar. Sure. Wait, what? Here we go. What the? Hi everyone, this is Mia, the Overthinker, bringing you strange tales from the shadows of the world. In today's episode, I will tell you a story from a medical report in 1999 of how people in an Asian society treat some dead mummified babies as living family members. Now, as usual for strange medical conditions, I won't show you the real pictures since they are nope. But you know how to find them if you don't want to sleep tonight. So before we get to the story, we first need to understand a bit about pregnancy. The first thing you need to know is that pregnancy is hard, not only for the mothers but much more for the fetuses. Now, it's one of those awkward little details that might be better left unnoticed, but it's actually not easy to get pregnant. Even under ideal situations, a fertile woman would take on average 3 months to get pregnant. Now, what happened to the other two? The answer turns out to be rather terrifying. For every 10 embryos, 6 die in the first 10 weeks of pregnancy, usually from deadly deformities, and they get quietly reabsorbed without anybody noticing, not even their mothers. Let's make this personal. On average, every one of you has 2 dead siblings. Granted, they were barely more than a blob of 100 cells, but still. Now, usually when a fetus dies in the womb, it either gets reabsorbed if it is small enough or expelled if it's too big. However, if the fetus happens to die when it's around 10 weeks old so that it has just grown some little bones and it has a healthy twin, then the dead fetus would be compressed by its sibling into a bony, flat, dry thing, just like making a piece of papyrus. This is why such babies are also called fetus Papyraceus. I hope I pronounced that right. Paper babies are found only once every 10,000 births, and they usually come out stuck on the placenta of its healthy twin. But among the current people, it seems paper babies are more common to the point that they have a whole mythology around this phenomenon, which they call dry babies. Now, internet memes aside, the Karens is a real ethnic group in Southeast Asia, in the border between Thailand and Burma, and in a 1999 letter to the Lancet, which, take note, is a very trustworthy source. Dr. Rose McGready reported meeting 2 Karen families with dry babies. In the first case, an 18-year-old mother gave birth for the first time, which happened to be 2 dry babies. They were named Ayashue and Yingwei. I definitely pronounced that wrong, meaning cold gold and cold silver. They were put in a hammock, and local children were encouraged to talk to and play with them. Beside the hammock, they put a small dish holding grains of rice and spices for them to eat. Their mother later explained that they had to eat solid food because she had no breast milk, which is a convenient excuse since dry babies can't actually suckle. When Dr. McGready saw the Paper brothers, they were 8 months old, living in a biscuit tin. They were still dry, with no odor. According to their mother, in her dreams, her twin boys looked normal, but were too young to speak. Before the doctor left, the mother mentioned that after they become old enough, she would need to find 2 dry baby girls so that they could marry, and presumably start a family of dry babies? It's kinda sweet, in a creepy, sad way. In the second case, a 28-year-old gave birth to a healthy male baby and his dry brother. When Dr. McGready visited them 3 months later, she saw them lying together in a hammock. Look at them, they're both eating well. They'll grow up so nicely. Say, would you like to meet their uncle? I would be honored to. The woman went back, then returned with another dry baby in her hands. Here he is, my twin brother. The doctor just nodded silently and took her leave, away from the 28-year-old dry uncle and his dry niece. When I first read about this, I thought this is just creepy. But now I think it's actually a great cultural myth to handle a tragic event. What do you think? Comment your thoughts below. Click subscribe and hit the bell icon if you want more videos about strange things like this one. There's also a written version with full details and citations, link in the description below. Well, that's it for today, and I hope to see you next time. And oh my god, I found something super cool only while editing this, but Dr. McGready has a Twitter page, and she's an Oxford professor. Like, what? This makes this story so much more than just another creepy true story. You know what I mean, true. In fact, earlier today, I got an email reply from Dr. McGready herself. She confirmed the story, but noted that there are no more published results on this current tradition. Okay, this really is the end of the episode. Bye bye.